Welcome to the show. It's a daytime vibe, DC purple, let the positivity drive. Catching up on the highlights, what's new, what's real. Flowing through the moments, that's our ideal. Grab your drink, let's unwind. In this space, good time find. Daytime pop-up, we're loud and we're free. With DCT, the purple diva, cup with me, catching all the good. In this vibrant space, join the fun, come on now, let's embrace. Stories from our lives and the world around. Pop up, chat, hear the joy, feel the sound. From laughter to lessons, all wrapped in a beat. Tune in, stay close, let's vibe on this street. See the love, feel the flow. With every second, watch us glow. Daytime pop-up, we're loud and we're free. With DCT's and purple diva, pop with me, catching all the good. In this vibrant space, join the fun, come on now, let's embrace. Together we rise, thanks for coming by. In this daytime pop-up, we reach for the stars.
Hola, from the west
Welcome to the
side.
show. It's a daytime vibe, DC purple, let the positivity drive. Catching up on the highlights, what's new, what's real. Flowing through the moments, that's our
Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. Hope everybody's having a good day. I'm not gonna be on here very long. Just wanted to hop on for a minute. Talk about some of the nonsense that happened over the weekend, and some of the real stuff in real life that happened over the weekend. In my own personal life off of YouTube. But it is Monday. It is the first Monday in August. We are in a new month, y'all. And we had a kind of wild weekend. Now, I wasn't there for all the festivities that went on, but I heard about them. I heard about this. So anyway, as we are starting in this month of August, we had some overnight lives. I was present, I believe, for the one that happened on Friday evening over in the beef sector with Benzone up on her platform. And it started out as a really kind of chill live. And then just Krista came up and they had a conversation. And look, Krista girl, I'm sorry, but it felt like you were, up there deflecting and gaslighting. That's what it felt. That's what it felt like. And I think that that's the way that Benzone took it as well. You know? So, I mean, I'm not going to say that you always seem to pick men over women, but it looks like that. I mean, I'm just going even back to the situation way back with F. Hutchinson, who is a friend of mine. And y'all had known each other for a long time, and that whole situation just went left quick. And it's like you let her get disrespected up to her. You let her get disrespected as well. And then in this situation, you let Benzone get disrespected up on your platform. And I know because I was there, even if I was in the clouds, I was there. So it's just looking suspect, sis. You know, I mean, I know we are women of a particular age and everything. Well, I'm a senior citizen. Y'all are women over the age of 50. Okay, so particular age. I'm over the age of 60. And I'm clearly another generation from y'all. But it's not even about being a girl's girl. It's just about, why would you let another woman be disrespected on your platform? I mean, this man was up there saying stuff like she couldn't get no man. That's why she is a lesbian, which is, and let me say this again, she has daughters. So come again. So, it didn't even make any sense when it was said. Let me switch over to the background. All right, there. All right, put up on the instrumental of it. So that didn't make any sense. And then this same gentleman, his name is Audio something. I don't remember. And I think he must be from the same sector. There's another person from over in the Mo 3 sector. I think that is where he's from. Apparently he was going out with Queen 88. Child, no hating Queen 88, but girl, you get around. Don't she have a bunch of kids too? I think so. Anywho, apparently, they broke up, and I'm only just stating it because it apparently is trending, and I'm gonna have to be like just Kimmy on that one. Why do we care? Because here's the thing. Just like just Kimmy said, we know who Queen 88 is, even if she's not over here in, the beef slash black sector, because, the beef sector and the black sector merged and purged, and yeah, they still haven't allowed y'all to merge and purge. But y'all come over here and cause mass chaos in the beef sector. That's all I can say. But anywho, so they broke up, and he's all in his feelings about that, and nobody really cares. But for some people, it's content. So I guess you know what I said about making other content creators your content. But I digress. That's not what we're here about. But anyway, so that stuff happened, and then apparently something happened with Lemon. I'm not really sure, other than I think that the Popo were called to his house. Why? Why? Why do we continue to take this stuff off of YouTube? First y'all had them called to, first you had Adam Control called to Rico's house, and the Popo showed up at his house. Now y'all are calling the Popo on limit. I I just don't get this, y'all doing this stuff, and is it for clicks and views? Are y'all running plays? Like, why are we going into people's real lives? Why are we going into people's real lives with this BS? I mean, I guess gone are the days when people just talk their ish online. Everybody get butthurt, and they gotta call the police, the popo. I don't know. Was he on here threatening anybody's life? I don't think so. I don't even think that's his MO. So I'm not understanding that one. I'm not understanding. But anywho, so those things were going on this weekend, and so now I'm going to talk about some real life stuff. So in real life, over the weekend, I had someone pass away in my close family suddenly, and you know I'm going to say this: heart disease shows itself very differently in women than it does in men. You know, and we can have things going on and be asymptomatic. That's the crazy part about it. Hold on, I'm doing something. I'm gonna put y'all on mute for just 1 second. Listen to the music. I'll be right back. All right, y'all, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. 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 But I had to put another screen and I could not do it and be in bed. Hopefully y'all can hear me now. Some information. Hold on. Just putting it on a different device. On a different device. Okay. All right, so let me turn this device. So anyway, I want to give some some of the statistics around heart disease, um, which is a silent threat of, with asymptomatic symptoms in Black women. Um, and this individual in my family was under the age of 50. So I'm just going to read a little bit of the stuff that I have written down here. So, heart disease remains one of the leading causes of death among women in the United States, with Black women facing disproportionately higher risk. And I'm actually going to do a video in regards to this. But one of the alarming aspects of cardiovascular disease in this demographic is the preva- prevalence of asymptomatic symptomatic or silent heart conditions, which often go undetected until a major cardiac event occurs, which is what happened in this. This is, as far as we knew, there wasn't anything going on. But however, this just happened out of nowhere. Um, but I can tell you one of the things that can lead, to heart issues is stress. And we Black women, and I'm speaking specifically of those of us. When I'm talking about Black women, I'm talking about Black American women. Let me just be kind of clear about that, because we're dealing with different stressors than women who of color in other countries, and there is this image of us being these strong women who can just handle everything, and you have many of us who are passing because of heart disease. Um, and it has no, there is no defining factor. You don't have to be a woman who's overweight. You don't have to be someone who is quote unquote not in good health. You can appear to be healthy and still go out of here because of a massive heart attack. Here's another stat. Black women are 60% more likely to have high blood pressure than their white counterparts and are at a greater risk of obesity and diabetes. And these are key contributors to heart disease. Now, thankfully, I don't have either one of those going on. I don't have um, obesity. As those of you who've seen me come on camera, etc. No, I'm what you people consider a thin girl. I have a slender body build. Um, more like maybe track star, dancer, because I did both of it. I still have that athletic body that I had, you know, but a lot of us do struggle with our weight. We do struggle with our weight. And we know that unfortunately those of us who are Black Americans suffer from diabetes at a higher rate than our white counterparts. And I'm talking about specifically type 2, not type 1, which is juvenile diabetes, which you have from a child. I'm talking about type 2, which is mainly something that you get because of the lifestyle. Your lifestyle choices, your diet, your health, those are things that are contributing factors to getting diabetes as an adult. Um, I don't know if it still is, but I know for many, many years, New Orleans, Louisiana was the diabetes capital of the United States. And you think about what the diet was in New Orleans for many years. A lot of sweet, and if you overwork the pancreas, hold on, y'all. Let me I forget. Y'all know I'm at work. Um, if you overwork the pancreas, it's not going to perform how it's supposed to. And the pancreas is very important to your sugar levels. It's very important to your body being able to process the sugar. You know, but some of the things that about us that are different, we have biological differences from our white counterpart, and it could be because of the traumas. It could be because of our dietary, um, things that we eat here in the United States. You know, but we experience asymptomatic things like fatigue, shortness of breath, indigestion, you know, what they call, quote unquote, the Hollywood heart attack, where there's no symptoms leading up to it, but it can be a massive coronary event that can take somebody out of here. And there are a lot of us Black women who are walking around asymptomatic. That is why it is very, very important for us to try to not allow the stresses of life to, to overwhelm us, because stress is a big factor and can, cause a cardiac event. It's a big factor. So, those of you who believe in the power of prayer that are listening to this or are watching this on the replay, please, just, pray for my family. Um, because this individual left behind a teenage daughter who was there with them when this happened, unfortunately. And just 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 keep my family in prayer. That's what I'll say. Please. Thank you. Um, but that was the real life thing that happened, this weekend. In addition to the fact that if you'll check in my shorts today, I did upload a short in request to actress Lonnie Anderson, who passed away this weekend at the age of 80, just a few days shy of her 81st birthday, which is tomorrow. Tomorrow she would have been 81, but she passed away over the weekend. So prayers out to Lonnie Anderson's family. And you know, she was a funny actress. She was one of those, comedic actresses. She did some serious roles, but she's best known for when she was on the show in the 80s called WKRP in Cincinnati. Uh, and I used to watch that show. It's just crazy that so many entertainers are passing away right now. Um, and then every time I open up Facebook, even on my personal Facebook, somebody has passed. It's just why. That's why I do not like going on Facebook, y'all. I just don't. But I'm gonna get out of here. I just came on to chit chat a little bit, really just talk about you know we as Black women, we need to really watch our stress levels and watch our health and make sure that our heart is in good health. I know that this is not, Heart Awareness Month. I believe I want to say that's either May or February. I don't remember which one, but we need to think about that and keep that in our arsenal of things that we're doing for ourselves. So anyway, you guys, I'm gonna get out of here because I have a work meeting that I need to go to, and I may come back tonight. But if not, I will be posting uh, some content uh, later today, and in addition to tomorrow. Um, so I'll see you guys later. Till then, peace and a blessing from the West Side. Let me just switch the music back to the other one. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Let's do this. And those watching on my other channel, the Purple Diva Den, please leave me a like as well on this one. I'll see y'all. I'm out. Peace.
What's new? What's real? Flowing through the moments, that's our ideal. Grab your drink, let's unwind. In this space, good to find. Daytime pop-up, we're loud and we're free. With DCT, the Purple Diva, come with me, catching all